good day or good night, depending on when you're watching this. Hello everybody, it's Mrs. Tagg, and me too, Annie. Moo. Yes, Cooper too. Remember, he doesn't always like to talk. He just says moo, but I talk for him. Yes, Annie. But Annie, we can't talk too much today because we're on the letter T. And our T is going to be a turtle story. And our craft is a turtle craft. Mrs. Tagg has the project already bagged up in little bags for you so that you can come to the library and get one if you would like. And we got lots to sing with the alligator and Allie's alligator, and we got to sing our welcome song, so we can't talk too long. Hi, Mrs. Tagg. Yes, Annie. You can take your mask off. Remember, Cooper and I are keeping ours on, and so is Miss Katie. Thanks for reminding me, Annie. Mrs. Tagg wears this mask so much that I forget to take it off. And when you come into the library, we still would like you to wear your masks, especially your mommy and daddy's, okay? But I've been seeing a lot more friends at the library now that we're open again, and that makes me smile, and it makes Miss Katie and Miss Kayla, all of us smile. It's just so good to see everybody back. Okay, Mrs. Tagg, here we go. Let's sing The More We Get Together. And don't forget to sing Addison's name, because she came this week too. She did come in this week. Addison has a little sister named Jocelyn. Man, things have changed. Yes, but for the good. You're right. Here we go. Oh, the more we get together, together, together. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll move. For your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll move. I see Colin and Levi and Liv and Jameson and Tessa and Lily and Lauren and Madeline and Zoe and Maeve and Eli and Allie and Cooper and Jacoby and Emily and Alethea and Joshua and James and Colin and Addison, oh, and the grandmas and the mommies and the grandpas and the daddies and the brothers and the sisters and the kitties and the doggies. Oh, the more we get together, the happier we'll be. Oh, I like to hear you sing. Oh, thank you, Annie. That's nice of you. Moo moo. Okay. All right, you guys on the ground. Yep. All right. We gotta find Aunt Ellie's alligator. Aunt Ellie's alligator. You know what I just found out? This is our new director, Miss Alicia's, one of her favorite Dr. Seuss books. And did you know Dr. Seuss had a birthday yesterday? Yep, he's a pretty good storybook reader, books for you to read, because there's a lot of words that kids learn how to read when they're reading Dr. Seuss. So, the story, as you know, is Dr. Seuss's ABCs. Here we go. Let's sing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me or sing with somebody in your family? Dr. Seuss's ABC by Dr. Seuss. He also wrote the pictures. Big A, little a. What begins with A? Aunt Annie's alligator. A, A, A. And remember, A is a vowel. He says two sounds. His long sound is when he says his name, A. His short sound is A. Big B, little b. What begins with B? Barber, baby, bubbles, and a bumblebee. And the sound that B says is B, B, B. Big C, little C. What begins with C? Camel on the ceiling. C, C, C. And C says two sounds. He says his soft sound S and his hard sound is K, K, K. Big D, little d, Dave O'Donnell do, dreamed a dozen donuts and a duck dog too. And the sound that D says is D, D, D. So when I look at that letter D, I know it's a letter D, but it needs to make the sound, and the sound is D, D, D. All letters have a sound to help you learn to read them. A, B, C, D, E. Ear, egg, elephant, E, E, E. And E is a vowel. His long sound is E, he says his name, and his short sound is like elephant. Big F, little F, 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 F. 4 fluffy feathers on a fiffer, feffer, feff. And the sound F makes is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Goat, girl, goo goggles, G, G, G. 2. G says two sounds. His soft sound is J, J, and his hard sound is G, G. You can feel that sound G, G way in the back of your throat. Big H, little h, hungry horse, hay, hen in a hat, hooray, hooray. And H's sound is Big I, little I, I. Ichabod is itchy, so am I. I is a vowel. It has two sounds. His long sound says his name, I. His short sound says I. Big J, little j, what begins with J? Jerry Jordan's jelly jar and jam begin that way. And the sound that J says is J, J, J. Big K, little k, kitten, kangaroo, kick a cattle, kite, and a king's ka-choo. Oh, I remember the ka-choo in my arms. And K's sound is ka, ka, ka. It's not ka-choo, it's ka. Big L, little Lulu lap, left leg, lazy lion licks a lollipop. Here he is, a lollipop. We call them suckers most of the time now. But the sound that L says is oh. Big M, little m, many mumbling mice are making midnight music in the moonlight, mighty nice. And M sound is so they're walking around like they're making music. Big N, little n, what begins with those? 9 new neckties and a nightshirt and a nose. The sound that N says is and it almost tickles your nose when you say the sound. O is very useful. You use it when you say Oscars only, ostrich, oiled, and orange owl today. Here's the orange owl. And O is a vowel, and he has a long sound that says his name, O, and his short sound says ah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Painting pink pajamas, policeman in a pail, Peter Piper's puppy, and now Papa's in a pail. The sound that P says is pa, pa, pa. Big Q, little q, what begins with Q? The quick queen of Quincy in her quacking quackaroo. And the sound that Q says when you look at the letter Q, its sound is quack, quack, quack. And I like to think it's like a little baby duck who can't say quack yet. He says quack, quack. Big R, little r, Rosie Robin Ross. Rosie's going riding on her red rhinoceros. And R sound is kind of like an angry little tiger. Big S, little s, silly Sammy Slick, sips 6 sodas and gets sick, sick, sick. And the sound that S says is S, like a snake, it says. Oh, here's ours for today. T, 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 what begins with T? 10 tired turtles on a turtle Tuttle Tree. They are tired, they're sleeping there. And they are turtles, and the sound that T says is t, t, t. And we are making turtles for your craft. Remember, if you can come to the library and get one. This is what we have for you, a turtle to make. There's all the things you need inside, even little googly eyes this time. So make sure you look through the tissue paper because there's googly eyes to put on this turtle too. And here's my story about a turtle. You can sit down on the ground.
Okay.
It's called The Box Turtle. And the illustrator who drew the pictures and the author are the same person. It's Vanessa Roeder. So that person, Vanessa Roeder, she wrote the pictures, drew the pictures, and wrote the story words. A very talented lady. The Box Turtle. Here's a mom and dad turtle. And their egg, because turtles come from eggs. They say crack. When little Box Turtle hatched, his parents noticed something was missing. Oh me, oh my. Look, you can see his little behind. But they weren't dismayed. They gave him a name and a shell, both of which fit just right. Now remember, Terrence, you are so much more than just a shell. See, they gave him a box because he didn't have a shell like his mom and dad anymore. So they gave him a box to be his little house, his little shell. And his name is Terrence. Terrence's shell kept him dry on the soggiest days, safe from the snoopiest strangers, and on the scariest nights, kept him safe too. It was big enough to share. Terrence loved his shell until one day, your shell is weird. Suddenly, Terrence's shell seemed too boring, too bizarre, and too big for the little box turtle to bear. Look, it got sad, sadder and sadder. So, he abandoned it to search for something better. He took his box off. His little crab friend has it. Oh, his crab friend says, oh wait for me, don't forget me. Now the raccoon's got his box. Terrence searched high and low. He is looking in a wagon, looking in a tree. He went on the slide, looking in the doghouse. His new shell looked sleek. Woohoo! I found it! Oh, do you know what that is? Yeah, it's a mailbox. Now he put a mailbox on him. And his crab friend is still his buddy. Eek! But it showed too much cheek. Look at the mailman was going to give him some mail. The search continued. Ooh la la! He looked classy. He looked sassy. He just looked like he actually found another a box in a store. Grandma Mildred? So he left the box. He looked for another shell. Oh yeah! He found it in the donations box. It's perfect polka dotty package. It's got a little crank on it. I wonder what this is. Pop! Oh, no. That was positively petrifying. Even scared his little buddy here. Do you know what that is? Yep, a jack-in-a-box. They scare me too. Terrence tried shell after shell. First he tried a radio, and it's going boom, 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 boom. And then he tried a lunchbox. Hey! Milk and sandwich fell out. After shell, here he puts a pot of flowers on him. And nothing fit. Uh-oh, he took the pirate's treasure chest. Oh no, when they're going, arr. This whole situation stunk a lot. Oh my goodness, Terrence wanted a kitty litter box on his shell. And the kitty says, no, I don't think so. And kick the kitty litter out. That's it. I give up. Here you go. Scuttle, 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 scuttle. Oh, look, his friend gave him his shell. Because his crab had a shell. So he's going to give it to Terrence. Think it's going to work? I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, wow, look. In that moment, the hermit crab, I was calling him a crawfish, all our crab. Oh, he's a hermit crab. My mistake. Now I know. In that moment, the hermit crab showed what it meant to be a friend. Oh, he shared it. The little crustacean was so much more than just a shell, and maybe Terrence was too. Terrence knew what he needed. He gave his shell back. The hermit crab back his shell, and he put him on his back. He could run home. But when he found his old shell, oh no, it changed. He's living in the shell now, his old box shell. It's okay. We can fix it. The raccoon wants to help. Terrence patched on soggy days. He toiled on chilly nights. The raccoon's got band-aids for him to put on there to fix it up. The task grew big enough to share. Aww, look, everybody's helping out. And even his friends came. Finally, the shell was finished. Wow. It wasn't sleek or sassy. It was far from perfect and definitely weird. But Terrence wasn't dismayed because this little box turtle was so much more than just a shell. The end. And look, they have hearts. And his little hermit crab friend, he even made himself a new shell out of the Band-Aid box. And he has a heart. And they learn to take care of each other. And by taking care of each other, they learn that inside is what really matters the most. Whether you have a good, kind heart. And the raccoon has little paw prints on him. So, there's Terrence. Some more of the pictures of Terrence. Well, I hope you guys all have a good day or a good night's sleep. Take care.